I'm currently working on week 9 process of CVP. Very exciting to have free reins now and put everything together what I've learned in the past 9 weeks. I am at the stage now where I have done all the playing and I've went through my artboard and I went through my notes in my journal, and it's quite difficult. I'm at the difficult stage of I need to make some decisions now. These are the 4 boards I'm working on as part of my series. As you can see, I literally just played, grabbed some colors that I liked and also tools that I liked. And this was after the play session. The next step, of course, was to go back to my artboard. This actually started out as my inspiration board, but then I changed the word inspiration to artboard because this is really my inspiration is my art. So I looked at my artboard again and I started making notes of things that I would like to incorporate from my artboard into my series. The main inspiration that really got me very excited was contrast, textures because of the South African landscape that I'm very interested in. I also love different collage papers. On the bottom right, you see my great granny's handwriting. Apparently, I'm a lot like her, but I loved reading her diary entries and her collage papers I use in my art. I realized on one of my boards there was this patch of blue that is quite similar to the blue strip that I glued onto my artboard. And that blue strip reminded me of the South African blue sky, which is always blue. So I thought, great, I'm going to try and match that blue. I then used a sky blue, or no, it was a blue gray color that I had just out of the tub. And I just wanted to match that shade, not completely, but more or less. So after I got the correct shade, I then mixed a whole bunch of that blue and I just covered everything on the board that I did not like. Any bits of pieces that I thought not working, and I left the parts that I did like. Time for some collage papers. On my artboard, I had this patches of neon pink, and I created this on wet strength tissue paper using just the paint out of the tub with a bowl scraper. And this I left to dry overnight, and now I'm going to start gluing patches of the self-made collage papers to create some interest and hopefully also a bit of texture. This is what I mean when I say it's quite difficult, because I need to start making decisions. This is now after the play phase where I have added all kinds of paints, layers and collage papers, and I need to now think about composition and definitely loud and quiet conversations. So I've painted everything this blue color that reminds me of the South African sky, and I painted everything that I did not like, and I've added some of this collage that I made with weight strength tissue paper and applied that with a bowl scraper. And this is my favorite color at the moment. It's called Reflex Rose. So this is what I have. I need to make decisions. So definitely composition, loud and quiet conversations. I hope you have your sunglasses on because this Reflex Rose is quite a very bright color. I'm now going to preserve some bits that I do like with gloss medium. I have to say, I've never used gloss medium to preserve certain parts of a painting, but I really like the effect of it. So definitely going to keep on using gloss medium. And I now see how very dirty my table cover is. The last part of this session was just to create some glazes here and there. I'm still not happy with the loud and quiet conversations, so I'm just going to blend this out and I will come back to this tomorrow and finalize this lovely series, hopefully.